Good morning children, welcome to e-learning session. In the last two sessions, we have learned about properties of acids and bases, natural reactor indicators, then acid rain. In today's session, we will learn about neutralization, that is neutralization reactions and salts. In this picture, what do you think happens when an acid and alkali are mixed? So when acid and alkali are mixed, it gives rise to salt plus water. See in the picture you can see acid plus alkali, it gives rise to salt plus water. So coming to definition of neutralization reaction. So when an acid and base are mixed, they react and can neutralize each other. A neutralization reaction is a reaction between an acid and a base to form salt and water. So finally salt and water is formed. Let us perform an activity to know about neutralization reactions. So take a clean conical flask or test tube. Pour 10 drops of hydrochloric acid carefully in the test tube. Now add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. What is phenolphthalein? Phenolphthalein is an indicator. So observe the color change. You can see a colorless solution. We know that phenolphthalein, it remains colorless in acidic solution and it changes its color to pink in basic solution. So now add sodium hydroxide solution drop by drop to the test tube. Shake it well after adding each drop. Observe the change in the color of the solution. It turns to pink color. So which implies that it is a basic solution. See in the picture we have taken sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid which gives a salt such as sodium chloride plus water. So in the next slide you can see, that is we have taken 10 drops of hydrochloric acid solution. Then we have added 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution. Phenolphthalein is an indicator. It remains colorless in acidic solution and it turns pink in basic solution. In the next slide, you can add sodium hydroxide solution. So when you add sodium hydroxide solution, it changes color. As I said, phenolphthalein, it changes to pink color in basic solution. See here you can see in the test tube pink colored solution. Now again add hydrochloric acid drop by drop to the solution until it becomes colorless. So when it changes to colorless, then again it changes to acidic solution. Check with litmus paper, it is an acidic solution. From the above activity, we learned that if we add excess base to an acidic solution, it converts to base. Similarly, when we add excess acid to a basic solution, it changes to acid. So as I said, acid and base react to form salts. So when an acid and base are mixed, a chemical reaction takes place and salts are produced. In the picture you can see, by neutralizing hydrochloric acid with caustic soda is a base. So a salt called sodium chloride is formed. A salt called sodium chloride is produced plus water. In the next slide, we have some common acidic salts, basic salts and neutral salts. salts which change blue litmus to red are called acidic salts. Example, ammonium chloride and copper sulfate. These are acidic salts. Salts which changes red litmus to blue are called basic salts. Example, calcium carbonate, sodium acetate, potassium cyanide, sodium sulfide. These are all alkaline salts. Then some salts do not show any effect on red litmus or blue litmus. They are called neutral salts. For example, sodium chloride, which is common salt. So it is neutral. And magnesium sulfate. This is also an example for neutral salts. Now here in the next slide we can see some of the common uses of acids. Okay, here we have acetic acid. Acetic acid is used in pickles as a preservative. Then we have hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is used to make dyes, glues and medicines. Then we have sulfuric acid. It is used in motor batteries and as a it is also used in fire extinguishers. Then we have tartaric acid. It is used in manufacturing of baking powder. Nitric acid, it is used to make fertilizers and it is also used in explosives. Then finally citric acid. Citric acid is used in soft drinks. Okay, see in the picture you can see citric acid. Next, uses of common bases. So uses of common bases. So first one is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is used to make antacids. Glycerinol, these are all antacids. Then you have potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. These both are used in the manufacture of soaps, papers, medicines and also in refining of petroleum. Then we have calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is used to make cement and bleaching powder. Next, coming to uses of salts. So some salts which are used in our daily life. So baking powder. Okay, baking powder, it is used in baking industry. Then washing soda. Washing soda, it is used in washing clothes. Then we have common salt. Common salt which is used in food preservation. So these are the few examples of salts which are used in daily life. I hope you understood the lesson. By this we come to the end of the second lesson. In the next session we'll be starting the third unit in science. Till then, stay safe, stay home.